is the absorbent mind? The absorbent mind is one of the most important ideas in early childhood education. Dr. Maria Montessori presented this fundamental concept to the world more than 100 years ago from her initial observations of children. The absorbent mind is the sponge-like capacity to absorb from the environment what is necessary to create an individual from his or her specific culture. It is the quality of the child's mind up until about the age of 6, when there is a transition to the reasoning mind that we possess as adults. To compare the absorbent mind with the reasoning mind, let's compare a photograph with a drawing. In a photograph, every detail is captured exactly as it is. The color, the texture, the angle, it's fixed, and it remains just as it was the very moment that the photograph was taken. In the drawing, however, the detail varies. The artist can decide how much or how little detail they want to include. It can even be the artist's representation, perhaps something that might not even occur realistically in our real world. The absorbent mind is more like the camera and the photograph. What the child takes in during the absorbent mind period is taken in effortlessly and remains as the foundation of his or her personality. What the child takes in during the reasoning mind period, however, is taken in through conscious work and memory, and it is not foundational to their personality. According to Dr. Montessori, the absorbent mind can be divided into two stages, the unconscious stage and the conscious stage. The first, occurring from the time of 0 to 3 years of age, is the unconscious stage. During this time, the child absorbs information unconsciously or unknowingly. He or she learns to sit, stand, walk, and speak without conscious effort. An infant will look at everything intently without any discrimination or choice. A child during this period tends to mimic everything that they see and hear. The unconscious powers do not have aims or purposes. For example, the infant who is lying on their back is strengthening his or her muscles and spine, but they're not aware of this purpose. They're acting simply in keeping with the laws of nature, what's compelling them to move. During this period, the child also acquires from the environment a language. He learns to think in that language. He absorbs the customs around him, which then become a part of himself. The conscious stage comes next, taking place from 3 to 6 years of age. Around the age of 3, we begin to see the emergence of consciousness, indicating the beginnings of memory and conscious awareness for children. The child still has the sponge-like mind that absorbs information easily, but now he or she will consciously seek out specific experiences. A child in this phase is expanding their newly developed faculties and abilities. They're predisposed to learning things like order, sequencing, music, numbers, and letter sounds, which will eventually lead to math, reading, and writing skills. The child begins to show a strong desire to be independent without any adult help. They want to become the master of their own minds, bodies, and environments. The adult who gives unnecessary help during these periods or creates dependency truly becomes an obstacle to the child and their development. The absorbent mind can be realized through the process of learning a language. If you've tried to learn a second language later in life, you know that it's not an easy task. Yet, every young child learns a language effortlessly, and some more than one. How does this happen? Through the absorbent mind. Dr. Maria Montessori speaks of the absorbent mind related to this process of language acquisition in her book entitled The Formation of Man, stating, "The absorbent mind is indeed a marvelous gift for humanity. By merely living and without any conscious effort, the individual absorbs from the environment even a complex cultural achievement like language. Children absorb not only their language, but also the traits of their families and communities as well. They learn how and what to eat and how to behave in certain situations. Some of these things are consciously taught, but a great deal of it is simply absorbed through this powerful child mind. Children absorb through a process Maria Montessori called mental chemistry and actually build themselves. They build the foundation of their personalities and their identity from what they absorb during this time. When speaking about the absorbent mind in one of her 1946 London lectures, Maria Montessori said, "A marvelous fact is that this absorbent mind never feels fatigue. It is just like a camera. It clicks and everything is there all of a sudden." The absorbent mind is such a powerful force in a child's development of their minds, their bodies, and their development of independence. In what ways have you observed the concept of the absorbent mind in action with young children, either in a Montessori setting or in everyday life? Please share your experiences or thoughts with us in the comments. And a reminder that we have lots of other fabulous videos, so make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channels and are following along on all of our other social media platforms as well. Until next time, have an incredible day.